So I'm back in Atlanta, back on the grind. It has been a very crazy week. Like in my personal life, I was just really depressed, honestly. You know, a very important relationship ended, friendship, whatever you want to call it. And so, you know, I don't get close to people, that close to people. So when they do end, it's just like it affects me greatly. So, you know, I take the lessons from it and, you know, try to be a better person from it and grow and move on. And at the end of the day, like, what I had to realize though this week is that, like, I am self-employed, right? Like, it's like I don't have the luxury of like just pull myself up enough to get to work and then just like try to make it through the day. Like, I don't have that luxury. I have things going on, business plans. I have things as far as launching my book and my website, and like I had so much going on this week that I didn't have the luxury of just like moping around. And like I had to pray, and I had a guy like really showed me, he was like, listen, like I brought you from here to here. Like, are you really gonna play with me like that? Like, you really gonna play me like that? Like, dude, you need to remember who the F you are. Like, and like all in my face like that. That's how God do me. But we cool like that, so he can do me that way, and it brings me back, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, you right, you right. I've been here before, and I made it through. So it was something I had to learn, so I had to repeat that, but I've got it now, and I'm good. So if you guys aren't following me on my personal page, then you wouldn't know this, but you should be, at Shamanda Burston. I just relaunched my personal website. I'm so excited because next month is my official release for my book. I will tell you guys the exact date very soon, so just follow me and you'll know. Definitely check out my website, www.shamandaburston.com. I'll put it below in the description box. I have a sign up giveaway. So we're gonna choose 3 lucky winners at random, and they're gonna receive a $50 Amazon.com gift card. So what you have to do is 3 things you have to do. You have to first and foremost subscribe to my website. I'm gonna be doing weekly newsletters, and so that's number 1, and it's right there. Like, as soon as you in my website, scroll down just a little bit, and it's right there. Easy, just enter your email address. That way we'll have access to you, and you have access to us. And I say us because it's my business. So LuluBee.com. No, excuse me, LuluBee Inc. And if you just check out the LuluBee mission statement, you'll understand exactly what the store is about. And Lulu, I wrote a blog about it on my website. You can check out that blog, and it tells you exactly what LuluBee means. It's definitely related to my aunt who passed away from liver cancer. She was a recovering alcoholic, which is definitely one reason why I came into the field of substance abuse. But I want you to check out what that means and what it stands for, and why my business is so important to me. It's only been active, it was incorporated in 2017, so just a little over 2 years, but it's so important to me, and what it stands for. So definitely check that out on my blog. So that's the number 1 thing, is to subscribe to my website. And then the second thing is to follow me on my 2 pages. So my personal page at Shamanda Burston, and then follow my book page at wounded_healer_book. And if you go to my personal Instagram, it's in the bio part, the profile, so you can always click on that and go there. So subscribe to or follow me on Instagram on my personal page, but also follow my book page, because you'll be able to see when my book is released and all of that as well. And the third thing is to follow me or subscribe to my YouTube channel. And see, the thing is, people are like, how can I support you? How can I support you? Well, I'm telling you how you can support me, and these things are so free. Like, it doesn't even require that much effort, and you get a chance to get a free $50 gift card just by supporting someone. Like, it's really easy. I definitely appreciate those of you guys. Oh my God, my YouTube people, like, y'all are like, there are no words. Y'all are so supportive. Like, I can't, like, I have like just a little over 50 subscribers needed in order to hit my 1,000 subscriber goal. So definitely help me out with that. But like, because I told you guys last week, I think that like my goal, my passion really is going to come into like, or really is like focus on film and content creation and being able to incorporate everything I know about mental health and addictions, like via media content or digital content, that kind of stuff, instead of like sitting in an office one-on-one with someone, or even doing groups. I enjoy groups, but to be able to produce content like this is going to be amazing. And I'm already excited because once I buy my house, I'm going to set up me a film room, and it'll kind of be like an office kind of setting where I can talk. And I can't wait. I was just like, oh my gosh. And it's like in a matter of months. Like, it used to be when I talked about this stuff, it'd be like, oh, you know, in a couple years or next year this time. But now it's like literally a couple months away, a few months away. I can't wait to go on my book tour and meet you guys finally. I'm so excited. There's so much to do. So, you know, God had to like really put that back on my mind and say, hey, Shamanda, I brought you from here to here. You can't mess up. This is the very pivotal point and phase of your life. You don't have the time to sit around and mope around and be sad. You can't. I've had so many people inbox me over the last few days, and it's like, how did they know that I was in that space? Like, if you've been following me, you know I told you guys that I don't know if I told you, matter of fact, it's in my book, but I struggle with depression, anxiety, and PTSD because of some things I've gone through, and I definitely talk about it in my book. But this month I'm going to share more about it on my Instagram page and the book Facebook page, and some vlogs I'm going to be doing for my book, because I want you guys to know what it's like to live with this kind of stuff, but also be a very, very ambitious person. Like, it can really take over your life, but yet you have to like push through all the time, and then people don't know how to support you, or people don't even know sometimes. So it's a very interesting life to live. And then add on top of that, I'm helping other people heal. So sometimes where I have to like push mine away and like focus on them because it's their stuff. So it's just amazing, and it's an interesting life to live, you know. So anyway, how that ties into Freedom Friday, I just left a meeting earlier, and I literally am like only a few forms away from having my LPC in Georgia, which is a licensed professional counselor licensure in Georgia, the state of Georgia. And I'm excited about that, because for me it's like, you know, although I don't want to do direct care stuff that much anymore, it definitely opens up more doors, and it's more financially, I make more money. You know, I can supervise, teach, train. Like, there's so much I can do with that license once I finally have the full license. Like, I've had the associate license in North Carolina for a while, but it's inactive at this point because I'm just working in Georgia right now. But my substance use license is active in North Carolina, and I have a credential here in Georgia as well. But I just realized how just like there's so many more opportunities, so many more things left for me to do. It's just so much for me to do, you know, and I can't not push forward, you know. Like, I don't know what to say with that. Like, I think, you know, you guys who are, this truck beside me, you guys who are full-time entrepreneurs, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm saying. Like, or even if you are part-time, but if you're full-time, 100% self-employed, you understand what I'm saying. We can't like, well, I guess you can. Like, it depends on where your finances are. But if you're like me, like, I'm trying to have this long vacation type thing going on, so I'm like earning as much as I can right now. But our brand it's us, you know, and it's like the CEO just like taking off, or like not focusing on it and just letting it fall. Like, if we're not careful, sometimes we can allow certain situations in our lives to literally unweave or undo all of the progress that we've made. And it's like, I don't ever want to look back on this period of my life when I'm about to release my first book, or, you know, I have events coming that I can't share with you guys yet, but I will share with you. But like, I don't ever want to look back on this phase of my life and be like, you know, you remember how sad you were during that time? You remember how down you were? Like, I want to look back and say, you know what? You were able to pull yourself together and learn what you could learn from that experience, and you pushed forward and look what you were able to accomplish during that time. And do you remember how happy and excited you were? You know, it's not to fake it, but it's like, get out of it what you get out of it and push forward and keep going, because at the end of the day, everything that goes on up here, it's fleeting. It's fleeting. And you know, when you struggle with depression though, like, it's like a dark cloud, and somebody could give you $1 million check and you just like, thank you, thanks, but it's like, it don't mean nothing because your head. So I thought about something. I said, God, you know what, it doesn't matter what I have materially, nothing is more valuable than peace of mind. Like, that hit me hard. God was really present with me in that moment. Nothing is more present, or excuse me, nothing is more valuable than peace of mind, because you can have every single thing you want in this world. I'm talking like the biggest house, the nicest cars, even the best spouse, you know, the best children. You could look the best, like, you body banging, hair bang, like everything. But if your mind is not at peace, or you're like grieving or in pain mentally, it don't matter. That outweighs everything, because you don't feel like, you're not connected to any of this stuff, but your mind is with you at all times. You can't escape it. There is no escape. And so for me, what I did this week is I meditated. Like, there were some meditations I found on YouTube, and it was like freeing yourself and letting go of negative emotions and stuff. And you know, I literally pulled from every clinical things I ever taught my clients, and it just wasn't working. The only thing that worked for me was that meditation and praying to God and asking God to reveal to me what I needed. Like, God, what do I need to free myself from this space? I need you first and foremost, and I never ever want to let anything or anybody take the place of you. Like, you come first. You are the absolute priority, and then it's myself. That was the key right there. Was like, what were you doing before? You were putting a lot of people before you. I would say this like might have been like a month ago, 2 months ago almost now, which is ridiculous. I let somebody borrow $1,000. Didn't even know them that well, but because I had, you know, thousands of dollars in the bank, like, it was like, you know, this person needs help, and so I just let them borrow it. Like, you know, we set up a little repayment agreement, and you know, it was what it was. And 2 weeks later, when they were supposed, well, actually it was like 3 weeks, because I gave them to the end of that month, and then that date hit, and they were like, well, is there any way, can you wait another week, you know, I haven't gotten my money back yet, whatever. It was like, cool, you know, okay, fine. That week hit, and I'm pretty sure there was another request for another week, so another week went by, so that definitely hit, that reached a month at that point. And then I had to like keep reaching out, like, hey, are we still meeting on this day, you know? And then we met, and I got half of it, and I was like, okay, so when are you going to give me the other half, you know? And it has been like 3 weeks now chasing down that other $500. Now, I think the issue is that some people think like, oh, well, if you got a lot of money, I don't have to give you your money back. I think that if it had been like $20 or something, I really probably would have wrote it off and then just never dealt with that person again, honestly. Because my thing is, you got somebody who gave you $1,000. You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Like, I'm asking myself, who does that, Shamanda? You know, like, who does that? And this is not somebody I knew that long, by the way. But I did it, you know. But my thing, I think that added on to it was like, you know, with the bank statement, I think I talked to you guys about this a little bit last week. With the bank statement loan, I can't take big sums of money out of my savings account, because they're going to be looking at like, what happened to this money, or where did this go, that kind of thing. So that $1,000, even though it's not a lot of money in comparison to what I'm going to be putting down on my house, it's still a significant amount of money where they would probably question, like, you know, where'd this money go, what'd you do with it? And so, you know, I'm literally at this, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, you are risking losing, like, you losing the ability to purchase your home just to be nice. And so it's like, put yourself first, finally. Like, stop putting other people's needs and desires and wants and everything before yours. Put you first. You gotta love yourself first. You gotta love yourself more. You know, and that's the lesson I've learned too this week. Love yourself more. Stop sacrificing so much for other people. Don't put yourself in a jam for other people just so they can feel like you love them or feel like you care about them. No, like, put yourself first. You know, if you got to go way out of the way to show you love somebody, it's not necessary. That's not a good, healthy relationship in whatever capacity. You know, I realize I've been giving way too much, and so for me, I want, you know, for self-love, you know, pour into my businesses, pour into my children, and pour into myself. You know, I pour into my clients, of course, but that's part of business for me. So that's my week as a self-employed young woman. It's like when the mental health piece or the self-care piece like intertwines into your ability to do business and maintain business. It's not easy, but you have to keep going, because what I realized is, you know, like a lot of people talk about how, oh, everybody's just looking for you to fail, people want you to fail, people don't support us. I actually noticed the exact opposite this week. It was like, no, everybody's rooting for me to win. And I was like, yo, like, that's big. Like, that's crazy. Like, people are rooting for me to win. They want to see me win. And I'm like, I'm about to get in my own way. Like, I'm about to let people down, like, just by not, like, following through and staying focused on my goals. I can't do that. Like, there's so many people who want me to win, rooting for me. And I was like, so shout out to everyone who's messaged me this week in any capacity. I don't even think you, like, know how important those messages were and, like, how valuable they were and how timely they were. But God works amazingly. He knows exactly what you need and when you need it. And I'm just glad that cloud, that depression is gone. I have my moments or weeks sometimes. And normally they're not often, but when they hit, they hit. But that's life with mental health, you know. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with sharing that with you guys. I want to talk. This month is all about mental health awareness month. Like, I want you to see what this looks like. You know. So that's that. But I'm grateful. Extremely grateful. God is love in every way. For real. So guys, make sure you, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments. How was your week? And definitely check out my website. Guys, I cannot figure out how to do the community post. I think he said something I had to, like, I might have to go on my computer and do it, because I can't do it on my phone. But I want to post, like, the instructions or whatever. But if you go to my Instagram page, which you should do if you're going to be entering the drawing, then you'll see that, because I posted on one of the pictures, one of the latest pictures. You can see the rules for the giveaway. So definitely support me by doing that, entering that. And my book will be released soon. I can't wait to tell you guys when. And I will have a pre-order opportunity for you guys. So just stay tuned, stay rocking with me. I hope that my lessons that I share with you guys are valuable to you, because you are valuable to me. And I can't wait to spend a lot more time with y'all by, you know, doing more of this and creating more content and becoming a film producer and all that kind of stuff. I can't wait. So I'm excited. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next week for Freedom Friday.